Hey everyone, and welcome back to another Fallout 76 camp video on the channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing some camp builds ready for Friday's top 5 camp showcase. So the first camp we're going to be reviewing today is by Bad Company Sarge. Now a lot of you will know this guy, so let's see what he's done, because I haven't seen much camp building from him, so I'd like to see what actually he's done and what he's got up to. What the? Sarge, are you being serious with this? Are you jokingly sent this to me to review? All I see is a very large box. What is going on here? Right, okay, let's see what's inside then, because the outside is not looking good, Sarge. It's really not. It's kind of abysmal here. Did you try and decorate this, or did you just randomly select things and just place them everywhere? Why is there a sink blocking the stairs? Who has a sink at the bottom of their staircase? Why? Sarge, no, Sarge, I'm sorry, but no, you're out. Try again, pal.
So apparently my camp isn't good enough to make it into a top 5. Well, you know what? That's not my fault. I built this camp on a live stream, and just look at how badly it went. Oh god, this is terrible. Look at how uneven everything is. Just own it, Sarge. Stop letting people know that you're terrible at this. You know what? I cannot make this good. Let's just make this absolute garbage for now. That is one of the worst things I have ever made. So you know what, maybe I can't do live commentary and build at the same time and do like a dozen different things at once. So you know what, that's utterly fair criticism. It was a terrible camp build. Probably the worst I've ever made. I'll own up to that, I'm big enough to deal with that. But you know what, that just means there's tons of room for improvement. And that's exactly what I focused on doing. I logged in the other day. I decided I was going to rebuild the camp. I went into a private world. Because I was in a private world, I also took over a couple of workshops, because I was doing this on Powerhouse Pete, my heavy guns power armor based character, who hasn't actually been using power armor that much, so I decided to take a couple of workshops and get the fusion cores, and also have this badass fight which you should all be seeing right now. So yeah, I did that, and then I went back to my camp, which is located just a short ways south of the crater, the Raider settlement, so yeah. Then I went there and figured I'd just rebuild. Now, when I start rebuilding, the thing I always want to do first is just scrap as much stuff as possible. If I'm not, over 90% certain that I'll be using the item, it just gets scrapped. If I'm 10% think I might use it, then yeah, it gets scrapped. If I'm real certain that I'll probably need it, I'll just store it for the time being. So after scrapping everything down, I then decided, okay, what am I going to do with this? And because this is Powerhouse Pete, my big kind of heavy industrial looking character, I figured I wanted a kind of metallic and industrial theme. And something I really love in this game are the posts. Posts are just cool, so I was testing them out quite a bit, trying to work out what exactly I could do with them. And in the end I figured, okay, maybe I can build these up to be a viewing platform kind of thing, within a warehouse you kind of have the stairways built up or out sticking out the side, something along the lines of that. I figured I'd try and shoot for that. With the rough idea in mind, I worked on the exterior shell. I expanded the little foundation as much as I can to get it into a nice platform, and then I built up both the posts around the edge, and just within one foundation closer to the centre, I built an actual exterior shell that the building would take place within. This got me kind of the general idea of a camp build I was going with. And I also went for these floors that are metal grates instead of solid floors, as once again I felt that fitted with the whole kind of theme of it. After that, it was on to building the second floor. I'd got stairs up on the exterior walkway things. I still don't know what to call them, to be honest, so if anyone knows, do let me know. But yeah, I decided I'd then work on the second floor. I kept specifically the middle section not covered in floor. I didn't want it to just be a standard building, because I do that all the time. Instead, I kept the middle bit open. I did play around a lot with building walls into there, but they all just felt a bit too tall, and even if I put a fence or something there, that would then be more of a wooden rustic feel, so I didn't go with that. Eventually I got up to a third floor, which I decided to make kind of a crawl space. So I went with a half wall on the edges, half wall height, and then built a roof around it all, and kind of tiered it inwards a bit so it felt a lot smaller. I didn't want this just to be my standard square block that I always end up living in. I wanted to really play around with the roof to make it feel more like an attic, more like a crawl space. Something that was realistic compared to just the standard, oh, this is just floor number 3. No, I wanted each floor to feel pretty unique. And then with the rough kind of shape sorted, it's on to lighting, because during the night time, you still want to be able to see around your camp. Now fortunately, one of the basic lights you get is just this nice little industrial wall light, and you can really quite nicely place them slightly inside of the floors and the walls, which makes them look properly built in. So I just did that all the way around, I did that all the way around downstairs, and then outside I had a junk extractor with a fusion generator already powered up. I then just added on a little switch and put power conduits all around the bottom floor to ensure that every single light was going to receive power. If your lights are too far away from the power source, they're not going to be powered up. So just the conduits all the way around, just ensure everything's going to light up. And because I also had the little power switch, that was basically like my factory shutdown switch I think of. You just, in a warehouse, you don't go around turning off every single light, you have one big thing where you just boom, everything's down. I wanted that feel to it. I also did the upper lighting after that. I went with a similar theme, but on the top floor I also had like these, I think of them as school lights. More of the, I don't even know what they're called, you'll see them, you know what they are, you're all smarter than me I hope. So yeah, I just went with that. That got the lighting sorted, meant I could actually use my camp during night time. Now for the doors, I came across a door which I've never seen in the game before. I don't know how I came across it or how I got it, because I don't remember seeing it on my main character at any point, but yeah, these red doors open as a double door where they push outwards, and I really like that. I wish there were some different colours, because the red stands out so much to the whole grey and blue colour scheme, but I love the just way the doors opened and closed, but I went with these all the way around. Absolutely love them. 100% would recommend, and if anyone knows what plan you purchased to get these doors, please do leave a comment, because I'm actually really curious. Obviously, a camp needs to be practical. It's all well and good having this outer shell, which looks fairly nice and on theme, but I need like crafting tables, which are put upstairs in the crawl space, the bed, the stash and scrap boxes, and one of the most important things, vending machines. Everyone needs vending machines at their camps if they want to make some caps, and also have people stop by, because if you've got a vending machine there, people are going to come by and check out your camp. So I set these up. I also got the power running inside, which always tends to be a bit of a pain. I actually had to build a second fusion core generator for this, because although you can get power running from an outside wall to an inside wall, it tends to be like through glitching doors into windows and into walls, and I really don't like that. So instead I went with another fusion core generator underneath the stairs. I connected that to another power switch, so if I need to at any point, I can just turn off the vending machines. Yes, someone could stop by and turn them back on or whatever, but it means that if I don't feel like selling anything, if I'm at all concerned about that, I've just got one switch. I don't have to store away the generator or anything. Just one switch, turn it off, nice and simple. Now finally, I then went around and did some decorating of it all, just a few things here and there to make it feel more lived in and more like an active space rather than just, oh, it's just a bunch of walls. So a couple of posters which light up, which add kind of a mechanical theme to them, and a nice little wall above the door, so everyone's always looking at the door, wondering when the time finishes. And yeah, I thought it felt quite good as an industrial workhouse kind of thing. I hope you can all see the feel and the theme I was going for. The one big thing I would have liked is to treat this more like a power armor hanger, and just have like all the power armors lined up, but we currently aren't able to display those, and it also turns out that my power armor build cannot build power armor stations. I need to go and do the excavator quest. That might be what I do next stream, and yeah, I need to do that so I can actually build power armor stations, because I can't do that yet, and that is honestly a bit embarrassing on my heavy guns power armor character. But there we have it. That is my camp build. Feel free to take a look at all of these cinematics. I'm just going to kind of let them just play at their own rate. Hopefully you enjoyed this strange commentary of it all. I've tried to do something a bit different because as much as I enjoy doing live commentaries for it and it's a lot easier, my actual building skills seem to go right out the roof when I talk at the same time. So this has got me a slightly better build than normal. It's not one of the best out there, there's tons of room for improvement, but I specifically left a lot of space within the build limit, so if you have any suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments below, and I might do them, because, you know, I may as well. I've got plenty of room to work with, I want the place to look better. Do let me know if there's anything you think will make it look better as just a heavy, hard-hitting industrial workplace. Yeah. I also probably should have a good name for it, because that would make a much better title than whatever garbage title I gave this. Anyway, if you do want to see more of this camp, and more of the character that built it, every Sunday, 8 PM UK time, I stream Fallout 76, normally for a couple of hours, sometimes a little bit longer, but yeah, tune in every single Sunday at that time. Hopefully I will have like a little graphic up on screen which also gives you like a couple of different time zones as well, but 8 PM UK time, if the graphic's not up there, please go into the comments and call me an idiot for leaving that out, because otherwise I've made it a lot harder for all of you. Anyway, that is going to be it for this video. You've been Bad Company, I've been Sarge, and as always, thank you very much for watching. Oh, wait, DTD Gamer, go subscribe to his channel, it's linked in the description below. Man, that's really bad of me, he does the entire intro for this. Go subscribe to his channel, he does like showcases of different camps. So if you want to see some actually good camps to compare this to, go check out his channel. But, you've been Bad Company, I've been terrible at working out what I'm supposed to read, and, as always, thank you very much for watching. Sarge out.